You made it. We all figured you were going to miss rehearsal tonight. Wouldn't blame you if you skipped rehearsal tonight with everything that's going on.
No, Smith. I need to keep busy, keep sane.
How's your mother doing?
They let her out of the hospital yesterday.
Well, that's good then.
I don't know. Yeah, she's home, but she's really out of it. I mean, there's like 20% to 30% of my old mother there. There are moments where she will be pretty much herself. She'll sound sharp and with it, even if she's somewhat out of breath. But then her sentences become weird and they don't make any sense.
What does she have again?
Stage 4 COPD. So she's not getting enough oxygen to her brain. I feel guilty saying that.
Trust me, no matter what happens in the coming weeks, you'll feel guilty. You'll beat yourself up. It's only natural. But you and your father are doing everything you possibly can.
Thanks for that.
Oh. How much sleep have you been getting? Again, I know you might feel guilty about resting too much because of everything going on right now, but getting rest is essential.
No, I've been sleeping fine. Well, not last night. Well, not for the most part.
How much sleep did you get last night?
About 2 hours, maybe. I was just thinking a lot last night. That's all.
About your mother?
No. It dawned on me yesterday that it's now been 22 years since I met Kyle.
Wow, Kyle. Now there's a name you haven't said in forever. You okay?
Yeah.
But it's been that long already? It seems like 5 to 10 years ago, not 22.
I know.
Thank you for responding to my boyfriend application online. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name's Evan. I am 23.
I'm Kyle. It's nice to meet you. And what do you do?
I work at Macy's in the men's clothing department. You?
I work in the computer department at SUNY Potsdam. Whereabouts are you located?
Tarrytown.
Sleepy Hollow, huh? Know what I've always wondered? How did the Headless Horseman know where he was going? He had no eyes to see where he was going, so...
It's me. I'm actually clumsy enough despite being able to see where I'm going.
So, what do you do for fun when you're not working?
A lot of community theater, and I sing in church choir.
Religious?
Recovering Catholic. I believe in a higher power, but I'm more spiritual than religious. But I guess I'll always have a soft spot for Catholicism. You?
Brought up Presbyterian. More of an agnostic now. I don't have a soft spot for the church my parents went to. Actually, I'm a Scientologist.
For real?
Yes, why?
No reason. I just always see it as more of a Hollywood or California thing.
Nope. Real people are Scientologists too. Look, I tried a lot of things over the years, and that's the thing that worked for me. Not for everyone.
My grandmother did have a copy of Dianetics on the table in her kitchen for years when I was a kid.
Yeah, everyone had a copy of Dianetics back then. Good book. You ever read it?
No.
I didn't tell him that I was curious and wanted to read it as a kid, but my mother and grandmother wouldn't let me.
It's a load of bullshit.
Well, that's blunt.
Grandma was never one for political correctness or mincing her words. Actually, this reminds me, when I was 4, my cousin Darla taught me to say shit.
Oh, your parents must have been thrilled there.
They asked my grandmother to tell me to stop saying it. I seemed to be more interested in pleasing her back then than them.
Now, Eben, you must never say shit. Shit is a very, very bad word, understand? Now, if you want to say it without cursing, you have to say bull before.
Oh, sure, Ma. Great help there.
Bullshit. See? It's not a curse word. Can you say bullshit?
So, what's with your username Pegasus on gay.com anyway?
My favorite mythological character, a nickname I actually have gone by ever since I was in the Marines. He was the winged
Yes,
horse.
I know Pegasus. I've seen Clash of the Titans, though in actual myth he wasn't mounted by Perseus, but Bellerophon.
Though I'm more into mounting than being mounted.
Ah, Clash of the Titans. My only complaint with that movie is Harry Hamlin was too covered up.
You saw it?
Yeah. Stupid movie, but I watched.
Hey, that's like my all-time favorite movie.
To me, It's no different from those insipid Star Wars movies.
Well, come along. I think I found a doctor who can remove that stick from your ass.
You just want to stick it up yours.
Not after it's been in yours.
So you live by yourself or with a roommate?
Awkward.
Why?
I still live at home.
Hey, that's okay. Your parents know you're
Yeah,
gay?
my father and I don't really talk about it. My mother is weary of me telling too many people, like coworkers and stuff, but they're both cool
That's
with it.
good. I wish I had that kind of relationship with my parents. They disowned me basically when I came out. So who are you more like, your mother or your father? And this is such a weird conversation to be having when I originally thought we'd be, you know, cyber fucking by now.
I know. Boner killer. Just kidding. Well, kinda. Is this conversation boring you?
No, not at all. This is actually feeling more... I don't know. It's not where I was expecting this conversation to go right now, but I'm liking it, so continue. Who are you more like, your mother or your father?
It's a cliche, but my mother. We're both very opinionated. We both say we like to be more open-minded, but at the end of the day, we're both convinced we're right. We both watch CNN and MSNBC religiously. We both watch the Sunday morning political roundtable shows, and will start yelling at the TV. My father agrees with us politically, but locks himself in his den so he doesn't have to listen to us as we get on our soapboxes.
There is one major difference between us, Eben.
Yeah, I am more hot-headed and liable to open my mouth before thinking. I also take things more personally than I should, and sometimes say things that are more hurtful and cruel. I sometimes go personal when debating.
How can you not? You're gay, so of course you take things more personally. Our right to even exist is a political issue. No, it really shouldn't be a political issue, but it is, so yes, politics is personal.
I take it you didn't vote for Bush then.
He wasn't my first choice, but yeah, I
Wait,
did.
You're a Republican?
I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, really. I vote for whatever candidates I believe are more honest, regardless of party. Voted for Clinton the first time, and then I voted for Dole
But
next.
he's always going on and on about God, like there's no such thing as the separation of church and state. He scares me.
I get it, but Dick Cheney's daughter Mary is a lesbian, so I doubt the Bush administration will be coming after us anytime soon. I remain cautiously
I
optimistic.
guess. And see, here's where my mother would probably have the perfect retort, but I don't. My mother reads more. She has more facts and figures to back up an argument. She is actually a consummate debater.
Oh, no. That's okay. No. We don't need any help unloading the car. I got it.
Yeah, just keep playing on your computer like you are.
I gotta run. You gonna be on later?
Yeah, definitely.
Alice, you're back already?
Yeah, short day at work. Remember, I told Brenda I would work her part-time shift for her.
Right. So, how was it?
Customers were extra stupid today. I love when they come up to you and they ask, "Are you a register?"
Oh, God.
I just stood there motionless. The customer was like, "What are you doing?" I told him, "Well, sir, you seem to think I could double for an inanimate object, so I'm just playing the part."
It's amazing they haven't fired you, really.
Please. The store manager and I have known each other since first grade. He knew from the beginning that I'm a smartass.
True.
Besides, the customer thought I was cute, so I got away with it. He gave me his number.
Are you going to call?
No, I was kind of hoping you'd write it on the wall in the men's room the next time you go to Walmart or something.
I might be wicked, but I'm not evil.
Fine. Anyway, what are you up to?
Nothing.
Oh my god! Somebody responded to your boyfriend application?
Yes.
Oh, I can't believe you put that up. Actually, no, that's not the weird part. The weird part is that you've kept it up this long.
Alice.
No. I can see putting something up like that and then taking it down the next morning and trying to act like you never did such a thing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Don't snoop on our son. Do we really want to know what he's looking at online?
What could have hurt?
Think, Lydia. Think.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to know this time?
Good.
How much stuff did you guys buy today? Is there a fallout shelter you guys are building you didn't tell me about?
If we ever build such a fallout shelter, you would be the last to know.
Kyle, look, I'm glad to see you putting yourself out there more. Think you'll meet this guy?
I don't know. I mean, there is a good rapport, but he lives with his parents.
So you can host. I'll go out.
He lives like 6 or 7 hours away.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Who knows?
And the fairy tale begins.
Hey, don't call me Fairy.
Wow, I wasn't even thinking of the double entendre there. Yay! The fairy tale about the fairy wanting to get some tail begins.
Never could quit while you were behind, could you?
Nah, I think that's something you and I have in common.
Okay, are you watching Celebrity Weakest Link right now?
Yeah.
Of course. The cast of The Brady Bunch is on tonight. I was just watching that Old Dark Shadows show a little while
My grandmother
ago.
used to love that show. She had the hugest crush on Barnabas.
I don't see the sex appeal there.
Neither do I.
Now, Quentin Collins, on the other hand.
Oh, yeah. By the way, when Barnabas was in his coffin for 170 years, do you think he was unconscious all that time? Because it would really suck if he was awake for all
Yeah, that would suck. But imagine being Genie, trapped in that bottle for 2,000 years.
Okay, commercial break is over. The Brady's on Weakest Link is back
I can't
on.
believe they got Cousin Oliver. He was never in any of the reunion movies or series. I just assumed he was dead.
$10 says he's the first one booted off.
Wait, they're all voting and...
Yup, I called it. Cousin Oliver is the weakest link.
Well, anyone who grew up watching the Bradys could tell you that.
And tonight on the 11 o'clock news...
Cousin Oliver throws himself from the Hollywood sign.
And Cindy will deliver the eulogy.
He was the greatest co-star ever. He lit up every room he ever walked into.
He was more than a colleague. He was family.
You two are truly disturbing. And what's even more disturbing? You two found each other.
Hey, spring break is coming up. I will be off that week. I was thinking we've been doing this online thing for, what, 3 months now?
Yeah.
I could go down and get a hotel room and we could actually meet face to face.
Be awesome.
Well, I gotta sign off for now. I'll be back in a couple of hours, but it'll be great to finally actually meet you.
Think you two will ever actually meet? Or is this just always going to be an online thing?
Talking about meeting.
Good. It'd be nice if you could meet somebody who makes a decent living and can help take care of your aged mother in her final years.
Oh, stop. You'll be around and a burden forever.
Joke all you want. One day you're going to feel so guilty making those snide remarks, you never know how deeply they can cut.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You're so easy.
Burden! Burden! Anyway, Kyle and I are talking about meeting because, as you know, he works out of college, so he's off for spring break.
That's good. It's about time the two of you actually met face to face. I don't want to tell people my son is dating a computer. So, when during spring break are you guys planning on meeting?
Well, the weekend. We would get a hotel and...
Wait, Easter? As in Sunday? Easter Sunday?
Yeah, Easter Sunday. Easter.
Not going to be somewhere else when we are having Easter dinner. But nothing!
But it's just the three of us, like every year. Not like I have any grandparents who are still alive. Not like it's a big event with aunts and uncles and cousins.
What would you think of Eben not being here for Easter dinner?
Is he planning on moving between now and then?
No.
Figured as much. Then you're going to be here on Easter
We
dinner.
can do Easter dinner any night.
It's a tradition. Case closed. Can you believe him? What?
I just remembered when we were young and in love. You were so sweet and innocent, Catholic schoolgirl, walking all over town in your jumper and patent leather shoes.
Oh, stop.
So cute.
I hated the way the boys would look at me when I wore that.
Looked, I don't know. For a teenage boy, it's kind of like a forbidden...
Howard,
okay, it's a good
seriously,
look.
you need to stop. I could see fetishizing over the way Karen dressed.
Karen? Your sister?
Yes. Why are you looking at me like that?
She was pretty, but not my type.
Karen was very popular with the
No
boys.
surprise there, really. I mean, with her Angora sweaters and short shorts.
Oh, so you noticed her
It's
then?
hard not to notice someone advertising like that.
So, if you hadn't met me or was dating me...
I can't believe this.
Believe what?
Are you seriously getting jealous right now?
I'm not getting
I
jealous.
told you. Karen wasn't my type.
Mom always called her the pretty
Well,
one.
in case you didn't notice, I'm not
I
your
remember
mother.
the first time I put on my Catholic schoolgirl uniform. I felt so mature and adult. I left for school that first day with my head held high. I was proud. And then this guy, my parents' age, catcalled me. I was in 3rd grade. 3rd grade! And this pig who's supposed to be an adult was sexualizing me? I felt so awkward walking to school every morning after
You're kind
that.
of straying off topic. I mean, do you remember why you went to a Catholic all-girls
Yes,
school?
Mom and Dad wanted me to be a nun. Their get into heaven free card.
They never did forgive me for taking you away from all that. And look where we are now.
I guess.
And remember when my boss from the deli said I couldn't get off for the prom?
You quit.
And we went to the prom. We were the center of attention that
Yes, the good little Catholic schoolgirl and the pagan who took her away from all of
night. The
that.
knight in shining armor that saved you from all of it.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that one, hun.
But the point I'm making here is, do you really want to be the person who's standing in the way of young love?
No.
Okay, I've been thinking, and I get it. I really do. Family dinner, religious holiday, tradition, blah, blah, blah.
Eben, you really should get a job writing for Hallmark. Blah, blah,
Anyway, how about I spend Saturday night with Kyle at the hotel and then come home for Easter dinner on
That
Sunday?
sounds reasonable.
That'd work.
Thank you. Thank you both so much.
Wait, what will Kyle be doing while you're here having Easter dinner?
Staying at the hotel, I guess. I don't
That
know.
doesn't seem right. Invite him over for
Seriously?
dinner. Yeah, I can make you both Easter baskets.
No.
Oh, come on, let
Absolutely
me.
not.
You don't want me to make you a basket anymore?
No, I still want
But
one.
it'll be cute for my two boys.
No, nothing over the top.
Fine.
Promise?
Yes.
Good.
You're going to do it anyways, aren't
No, I promised Eben I wouldn't. And I won't. I'll get Kyle one of those giant coconut eggs
you?
instead.
That's what I get.
I'll give you 2 giant coconut eggs this year
Okay.
then.
Okay.
It is now 4 a.m. I have not slept. There is something I need to tell you which could change everything. I know you are singing with your choir at that Lenten cantata tonight, so don't read this until after that. And then I want you to take 2 days to think before you respond. I hope you will still be willing to meet with me after you have read this, but I totally understand if you don't. And please don't discuss this with anyone else, because I want to know that if we do meet, it is entirely your decision. And I'm sorry to spring this on you like this, but I have AIDS.
Smith?
Wow. Eben, taking a break from your online affair to finally return your best friend's phone call? How big
I
of
know
you?
you pride yourself on being a postmodern wicked queen, but...
No, bitch. I'm totally Maleficent. I like the horn.
Yes, I know, although I've always found your fangs to be your most striking feature. Look, I need to talk, like, really. I cannot go to my parents with this one.
I'm here for you.
Well,
What's
I'm
wrong?
on my way to work. Then there's a cantata at 7 o'clock. Can we meet for a late dinner after that?
Sure thing. You okay? choir thing go?
I can see why Kyle told me not to read his email until after it was done. There I was standing on the first row, dead center of the tenor section. We were singing the second song of the evening, all about Jesus' followers passing the bread and wine around the table as Jesus tells them to eat and drink to remember him. I lost it. I couldn't move my lips. No sound came out. I just stood there frozen, crying.
See? This is why I don't do things like that.
I just assumed since you were fathered by Satan, you weren't allowed in churches.
Bitch, I will have you know I've been to some churches in my day. You know the evangelical church in Ossining?
You went to an evangelical church?
Well, it wasn't one at the time. For a brief period, like 15 years ago, it was a bar. A gay bar. On the third Friday of every month.
You know when people say we're just confused? Maybe that's why. The third Friday of
Anyway, I went down on a guy there.
Of course you did.
So every time I pass by that place on the way to work, I just think, yeah, I sucked cock where you now have an altar.
Leslie, you are aware I will be telling that story at your funeral, right?
I wouldn't have it any other way. So, are you still going to meet Kyle? I mean, it might not be what you expected it to be, but you guys could just hang out. You don't have to have sex.
I know. I mean, sex is definitely off the table.
My husband had AIDS, and we still had sex. I can understand if you decide not to, but I don't know. This is a tough one.
Funny. When I go on dates, I always use a condom in case the guy has it. Now I'm going to be with someone who actually has it. So really, is it any different than the worst case scenario of my average date? Yeah, my average date, I don't obsess over such things. I don't even think about it really. I mean, even putting a condom on, it's not on my mind at all.
So you're going to meet him then?
Hey, I had an idea. How about that night he comes down, we meet you when you get out of work for dinner, we can go to that place that has brick oven pizza, take some of the edge off.
Sure thing.
Oh, and don't say anything to him that would make him aware I talked to you about any of this.
Of course. Gonna tell your parents?
No. Do I ever tell them anything?
More than most people, actually.
So, it's the big weekend.
Wow, I'm not even gone yet, and you're at my computer acting like the whole place is
Oh,
yours.
Kyle, I'm sorry. But it is. Didn't you get the memo?
Cute.
Anyway, have fun this weekend. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna imagine that you're doing something less, I don't know. I just got an image in my head that I totally didn't need to see. Well, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Well, wait. Bad choice of words. My little boy is going off now too. Wow.
Mom,
I'm
really?
just gonna have to imagine you're going to a rock concert with a bunch of friends in a van, and you're all staying at a friend's aunt's house or something.
Oh, we're all just going to sleep in the van parked in an empty parking lot somewhere.
Not fun.
Oh, crap. Maybe I should bring my bong.
That's it! You're rotten! Rotten to the core!
I'll call you tomorrow before we head over.
No, I'll call you.
Yeah, right.
Evan, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I'm late.
I was worried. I've been waiting in the hotel lobby for almost an hour now. I was afraid you weren't going to show.
I wouldn't do that to you. I got lost on that roundabout thing.
Oh my god. Yeah, they used to have a simpler traffic circle there. Then some genius decided we need one of those roundabouts.
It's good to meet you.
You don't mind meeting my friend Smith for dinner tonight, do you?
No, not at all. I came here to meet you and see your world, so...
Room 69.
Be funny if that was our room. Nope, here's our room. Room 70. So, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom and then we can head out. Okay, Eben, I'm ready to... Eben? Eben? But he said he was worried I was going to stand him up.
I wish we could just stay in tonight.
Well, Smith is your friend, you know.
Yeah, well, the bank closed like 10 minutes ago. I guess we should head over to pick him up.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I had stopped going to Dorothy's Clubhouse after Frank died.
Dorothy's Clubhouse?
Local gay bar, named after B. Arthur's character on The Golden
It was
Girls.
named after Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, you twat.
I know, but it could really go either way.
I'm not a fan of anything that can go either way.
Well, I don't think we need to spring it on Kyle that you're biphobic.
So are you.
I'm not. Unlike you, I had a girlfriend in high school.
Really? Did you two, you know, make the beast with two backs?
No, but we did go to third base.
Gross.
Nobody needs to hear that
I
shit.
actually had a fiance while I was a Marine.
Wait. What state? Where do they have gay marriage? Or are you talking about civil unions? I mean, I referred to Frank as my husband, but
No, I mean fiance as in bridezilla or fish.
Frank had an ex-wife. They,
First time I ever went to Dorothy's Clubhouse was just after I came out. As soon as I entered, there was an older man behind the bar who shouted out, "Show me your pee-pee!" Almost scared me back into the closet. My fifth time there, though, I did flash it upon entry.
I used to go to one near Potsdam. Every Saturday night, I would put on a curly red wig. This was during my brief drag phase. And I would lip sync, "The sun will come out tomorrow."
Oh my god, I remember when my mother took me to see the movie version of Annie when I was a kid.
That's okay. I wasn't telling a story already.
Oh, good. I was worried maybe you were telling one. So I loved the movie. When I was 5 or 6, I asked my mother to get me an Annie locket, and she did. Her best friend got on her case about how wrong she was, but my mom didn't care.
I think I'm going to like your mother.
Every weekend I would torture my parents and my grandparents and aunts and uncles and cousins doing a production of it in the basement. I played every role until I found a strawberry shortcake doll at a yard sale. Then she became Annie, and I just played Daddy Warbucks, Miss Hannigan, and Punjab.
Punjab? Yeah, that's racist. Anyway, Frank and I used to always go to Dorothy's Clubhouse together. He was into all the Leatherman contests and knew all the drag queens. I was just worried going back would bring back too many memories. And then Eben actually got me to go for my birthday one time. And I realized it was possible to go someplace like that and create new memories.
I hear you there.
I was dating a guy 12 years my junior a couple years ago. Funny, that's like the age difference between you two, right? We were walking through the city one day. We'd been dating for 3 or 4 months. I hadn't told Anthony about Frank. Anyway, there was this saxophone player playing Frank's favorite song, so it got to me.
You know, I remember this. This was a painful experience for you, wasn't it? Why don't we move on to another happier topic?
No, I'm fine now. Really. I got kind of teary-eyed. Anthony wanted to know what was wrong, so I told him. We'd been holding hands up until this point. He pulled his hand away from me as if I was a leper and wouldn't look at me.
The asshole.
About an hour later, he was ready to talk. Though still not able to look at me right away. I apologized about 100 times. He eventually said, "Oh, I'm not upset for me. I'm worried for you." I kept pointing out I had been tested numerous times, and Frank had been dead for almost a decade. Eventually, Anthony looked at me and took my hand again.
I'm sorry, he still sounds like an asshole. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
It's fine. Anthony was, in fact, a total fucking asshole. No, the little shit cheated on you and broke your heart.
He's a lot younger and less experienced than I.
Oh my god, you're still making excuses for
him. I mean, I know it ended badly, but I don't know. When you reach my age, you just assume that somebody in your current partner's past was or is HIV positive.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 37.
Well, almost the same age. Well, almost the same age as me. I'll be turning 38 next month.
Well, happy early birthday. So where was I? Oh, right. When I turned 30, I was shocked in a way. So many of my friends at that point had died. I never expected to reach this age. But Anthony was from a different generation. One where the AIDS crisis was ancient history, as relevant as Princess Grace of Monaco was to
She died
Eben.
when I was an infant. I have no recollection of...
Exactly my point. I can't tell you how many guys I knew back in the day who abstained from sexual intercourse for the better part of 15 years, afraid of what they might catch. Anthony was part of the after Ellen generation, as I like to call it. When I told him about Frank, I had forgotten about that.
So, you like chicken then?
Not really. Not usually, anyway. It was awkward when we went on our first date. He mentioned he had class the next day.
What?
That's exactly how I responded. But he was in college, and only 19 at the time. I almost didn't return his call the next day. Of course, it didn't help that a certain friend of mine kept referring to him as the child.
Eben, would it kill you to be nice to Smith once in a while?
Thank you. Eben, I think I like your boyfriend more than I like you.
So, now Smith, when you had kids over to the Neverland Ranch...
Well, here we are, the bank.
Okay, guys, it's been fun. Have a good night. Oh, did I tell you about...
Get out! It's after 9!
Okay.
He seems nice.
Yeah, the older brother I never knew, I never wanted.
You told him about my HIV status, didn't you?
Look.
It's obvious, you know, the way he acted when he talked about his husband who died.
I'm so sorry.
No, hon, it's okay. I'm glad you have someone to talk to. And considering what he's been through, it would be odd for you not to have told him.
Thank you. Oh, did I tell you I'm going to the New York City this fall doing volunteer work at a film festival?
Really? That's cool. How'd that happen?
A friend from college works for a company that runs it every year. September 16th, I go down.
Wow. I hope it doesn't take you that long to go down. Careful.
That's why I brought rubbers.
Ralph and Mavis will want to stop by for dessert tonight. Would that be all right?
Well, yeah, but they don't know I'm gay. Well, they probably suspect.
We'll just say Kyle's a friend of yours from school then.
Okay, that works. I guess we'll get there around 2:30 then.
So, how's it going?
Good, I guess.
Is he there right now?
He's in the bathroom taking a shower.
So?
So?
And do you think he might be the one?
No. Probably not.
You two are getting along, aren't you? You don't have to stay there if you don't want to.
I'll talk to you about it after he leaves tomorrow. He's coming out of the bathroom. Talk to you later. You don't want to turn the TV up first?
No, this is fine.
Last night, the government of North Korea proclaimed to the world that it had conducted a nuclear test.
It's nuclear! Nuclear!
The
He is the leader of the free world. Why the hell does he always say nuclear?
I forgot you warned me last night not to leave the TV tuned into CNN or any station that might have a news broadcast.
Nuclear!
Once again, North Korea has
Okay. The TV is off. Breathe. Just breathe. Nuclear. Nuclear. There, I said it. Nuclear. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm afraid you are gonna need to be punished, and this is gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt you.
Really? You're going to teach me a lesson?
Well, first, I think we need to get you out of this ridiculous bathroom.
So, you're a Simpsons fan then?
Yes, sir. You?
I never miss it.
So, what did you think of the principal and the pauper?
Not a highlight, really. No.
Evan, why don't you watch
I
The
still
Simpsons?
do, once in a while. I mean, I always make a point to watch the Halloween
Happy
episode.
Easter, boys! I hope it's not inappropriate for me to give you this egg.
No. I mean, wow.
Evan, can you help me in the kitchen?
I don't know. Can I?
Evan, I taught high school English since before you were born. And believe me, that was never funny. Not in the slightest.
So, he's cute.
Yeah, he
And he
is.
seems like a very nice person.
Okay, yes. Yes, he is. I knew you didn't really need help. You never have needed help in the kitchen.
He's cute. He's nice. Seems like he's really into you.
No, we're not getting into this right now with him in the very next room.
Oh my god, he's sick!
And again, we are not getting into this right now.
Okay, understood. Dinner's ready!
Evan is always acting like his mother and I are conspiring against him, but the truth is, we just want what's best for him, you know?
Gee, hon, is this true?
Careful. I can punish you when you get back to the hotel.
Whoa.
Oh yes, just what every parent wants to hear.
I cannot believe you would say that in front of your parents. You know, in all fairness, Eben is always speaking very highly of the two of you.
Is that
I
so?
was lying, obviously.
Well, I certainly am glad the two of you met. You know, Kyle, since the two of you started chatting or whatever it is you do online, Eben has stopped going to that godforsaken, seedy dive Dorothy's
Mom,
Clubhouse.
stop it. It's not a godforsaken seedy dive.
No.
You've never ever been there.
Oh,
So
okay.
stop judging.
So you're telling me that it's a nice place where your mother could go and get a drink and just relax then?
Only if you wanted to see me drop dead from fright.
So you admit that I'm right then?
Actually,
Yes!
no. On a Saturday night on the main floor, it's pretty tame.
And what if I went on a Sunday night instead?
Can you pass the mashed potatoes, please?
No, I'm not dropping this. So what happens there on a Sunday night?
Can you believe all the stuff I won at X-rated bingo?
I'd forgotten what a Sunday night was like at Dorothy's.
Come on, relax. You might have won a game or two if you'd gotten more than one bingo card.
Can we just
to play.
drop the subject now? I need to try somehow, some way, to get that image I just saw out of my head. And I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Hey, I offered to give you one or two of my extra cards.
No, that's fine. I didn't want any of those cards seeing the way you degraded yourself to get them.
Please, I did not degrade myself.
Get an extra card for each article of clothing you are willing to remove while you play.
Well, if you got it, flaunt it.
I really thought you would just remove your shirt. Maybe strip down to your underwear. I just never imagined you would.
So what happens there on a Sunday night?
Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever been there on a Sunday night. I think they're closed then, actually. Now, can you pass the mashed potatoes?
I don't know. Can I?
Good callback, honey.
Doors open, come in. How did you get off Easter Sunday?
How was it?
Quiet, for the most part. Know what the worst part of working Easter Sunday is, though?
What?
The few customers you get are the type of customers who come shopping on an Easter Sunday.
At least the store closed early.
Yes, and those last 15 minutes, that's when everyone decided to come in shopping. I had one woman who could hear just fine until I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we're closing in 5 minutes." Then all of a sudden, she's Helen Keller. What's wrong?
My brother is deaf, so
Oh, shit! That's right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
it's okay. It just brings back memories of when we were kids and people made fun of him.
What are you playing on the computer?
Duke Nukem.
Oh yeah, that's politically correct.
So, did you see the president's latest speech on TV?
Oh, no.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Wait, did you vote for him?
No.
Good. I mean, what an idiot. And people act like, oh, how can you all hate him? The things he is doing. I mean, at least he's just the village idiot. His heart might be in the right place. At least he thinks it might be in the right place. But he is surrounded by such evil, horrible people. It makes my blood boil.
I'm so tired of people making fun of our president. I mean, he talks simply, but he has a folksy charm, you know?
Janet, I don't vote. The system is broken. None of them give a flying fuck about any of us. Democrat, Republican, whatever.
But it's not an easy job. Can you imagine the press covering your every move, your every word? We'd all be screwing it up left and right.
True. True.
It's not a job I would want, I tell you that.
The one thing I will say for this country is the people have always voted for the right man at the right time. Even when I didn't vote for the person who'd won, the voice of the people was heard. And whoever was elected turned out to be the right man for the job at the time he was elected.
Even Nixon?
Yes, even Nixon. But this man, this Bush, he wasn't elected by the people.
He was appointed.
Exactly. Exactly. He did not win the popular vote. Hell, we don't even know if he won the Electoral College vote from all the shenanigans in Florida. So, here we are, stuck with a man who was not selected by the people. Indeed, very likely someone who will be proven to have been the wrong man for the job at this time. It's an unprecedented moment in our country's history.
See? Now do you see where I get it from?
Kyle, there are many times where I just go sit in the garage, blare the music a little bit, and wait for them to calm down. Because you do not know the hell it is to watch the news with these two.
Oh, no. I think I can imagine.
And there's Eben, drinking his first beer.
Oh my god. Weirdest baby photo ever.
Eben was like 2. The phone rang.
So I went to go answer
Next
it.
thing I know, Eben is snatching the bottle and taking a chug of it.
Tell me, Eben, is there a history of alcoholism in your
You
family?
drank 3 beers yesterday. I don't want to hear it.
And here's the picture immediately after
Yeah.
Eben spitting it all
I
out.
walked into the room, and there's my son, Eben, looking like old Yeller. Ready to put him out of his misery.
Speaking of old dogs, photo of McDuff.
My grandmother's
Oh.
dog.
We went to pick a dog as a birthday present for my mother. Eben was 4 years old. Anyway, that dog ran up to Eben, and they connected immediately. So that was the dog that we got from my mother.
When Grandma died, Macduff came to live with us.
Most expensive pet I ever owned. Thousands of dollars went into the dental work and all sorts of
Dog
things.
died about a year later.
Still one of my favorite pets.
How'd the dog die?
We went away every summer to go camping in Maine.
It was our version of camping. A 34-foot trailer. We had a TV and a VCR in the living room. Another TV and VCR in the bedroom.
A computer in the hall closet.
Oh, really roughing it then.
Yeah. I didn't like the idea of spending all my summers here, you know, running into the students at all the stores and give me a
Anyway,
break.
we had to winterize the trailer, and that dog hated traveling in the car. So we had my friend Mavis. She and her husband will be here very soon. We had her coming to look after the dog. She let Macduff out into the backyard. And a few minutes later, Macduff had curled up and died peacefully in her
I just
sleep.
wish I had been home.
Oh, Kyle, these are our friends Ralph and Mavis. Ralph and Mavis both worked with my husband at the school. This is Eben's friend from college, Kyle.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
Sir, what branch of the military did you serve in?
Marines. How did you know?
My brother was in the Air Force. He had a hard time shaking the sir thing, too, as well as adjusting back to civilian life.
So what did or do you guys do at the school?
I teach math.
You know, that was my best subject in school.
My worst. I have like a 4th grade level of knowledge of math.
I am sure you're not that bad at math.
No, I had him as a student. Trust me, he was bad at math.
And I teach 9th grade history, a subject Eben was very good in.
Thank you.
So Kyle, what do you do?
I work in the computer department at SUNY Potsdam.
Good. So you finished college then?
Yes.
Eben didn't. Got like halfway through.
I'm just taking a break.
Relax. My niece took a break from college and she's fine. She's an assistant store manager in a Foot Locker now.
So she never went back to school, I take it?
No. Oh, you looking at old family photos?
Yes, I was just hearing the story of Macduff.
Oh my God. That poor dog. Again, I am so sorry.
It's fine, Mavis.
I mean, you had told me she never climbed stairs, so honestly, I didn't know the risk.
Wait, what?
That's
I
enough.
would never have let the dog stay outside by herself for so long had I known. I figured she'd rather be outside in her yard than cooped up in the house. So I went home to do a few things before I went back to feed her dinner.
What's this about climbing?
Her climbing up on your pool deck.
Wait, seriously? What the fuck here?
Kinda didn't tell Eben the whole story here.
Yeah. To soften the blow.
Oh, good going, Mavis.
Well, it was years ago. Eben can handle the truth now, don't you think?
No. Absolutely not.
Wrong. Absolutely yes.
Macduff climbed up on the pool deck.
I am so sorry.
Well, really, the dog never climbed stairs. So I would have done the same thing, really. How long was she left alone for?
2 or 3 hours?
Maybe not that long.
She must have jumped or fallen into the pool and then got stuck behind the ladder.
And drowned.
Mom, Dad, you knew about this?
Yes. Again. A white lie.
I'm sorry.
No, I can see why you lied.
It was awful at the school. Everyone jokingly called Mavis the dog killer. For years after.
I still do.
Oh, no, they stopped calling me that and just started me calling the pet killer the following December. Our daughter got to keep her class's pet hamster the following winter recess. The hamster was
Oh,
pregnant.
shit, I can see where this is going already.
The hamster gave birth and then ate all of the babies.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
You gonna be okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, Lydia, guess who Mavis bumped into the other day at ShopRite?
Who? The Talbots. And you would not believe what Mamie Talbot was
Does
wearing.
she still have that horrible haircut?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So how are you holding up?
Fine.
Look, it's totally understandable what your parents
I
did.
know, absolutely. But it doesn't mean I'm not gonna milk this for a while. My mother always has been the queen of the guilt trips. Now, it is my turn.
No offense, but I think you would only be princess of the guilt trips on your best day.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me here. I wanted to take your hand in there before to comfort you, but you gave me that look.
I don't know if Mavis and Ralph have figured out my deep, dark secret yet. Easier to just keep them guessing.
Yes, I get that, but you know they're inside right now, not looking out here, so. Can I hold your hand now?
Yes, please.